No, I'm committed. I like staying consistent. So if it says completely unprofessional presentation, there is no hat. You understand? No hat at all. No hat whatsoever. Right? So they should be behind the scenes. That's what they should be. Right? Hey, you see, I have fun with making social media or creating content to be posted on social media. Because one, again, coming from a hip hop background, I value authenticity. I thrive in authenticity. I don't pretend to be someone else. You create your own rhymes. Nobody's ghostwriting for you. I don't have AI writing my script. I'm not reading off of a script. In fact, everything that I do is a freestyle. I don't like written material. I don't like it. The only thing I've allowed AI to write for me is a lesson plan. Now at the 1:30-minute mark, we're gonna switch. So let me commit to the switch. Yeah, I like compartmentalizing. So obviously, when it's completely unprofessional, yeah, you've seen, and now this is slightly unprofessional, right? So at least we, because that's the aim for me. I like to hold myself accountable so that once I know I am dressed accordingly, then I know that I am boss on digital media here. And before, it would have been a behind the scenes that is posted on 1Bossman JC Winnie. And these, imagine, they want to pull you from doing things like this. This isn't just about having fun. This is about realizing that you're not doing this in vain. You're not doing this in vain. This has a purpose. Have a purpose. Believe me. I glitched just now, didn't I? Believe me, I don't even know what I was saying. I don't know. I don't know if that's like, anyway, whatever. Yeah. Oh, I'm in the way again. Sorry about that. I'm trying to breathe. Let me breathe. Shout out to Fabulous. Breathe. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I don't even care if I just post this as a regular Bossman Digital Media video. Why not? Because you see, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to showcase what's possible, right? Create the possibilities, create the opportunities, create the possibilities. Why not do that? Yeah. What was that? Some of the things that you have to ignore while you're recording, ooh, it's a task and a half. You have no idea. What's really, I'll tell you what, I like LinkedIn for this. Watch out. Anyway, you know what? Speaking of LinkedIn, let's go to the slightly unprofessional presentation. Yeah, so, sometimes you wonder, should I post this on LinkedIn? Who knows? Give it a shot. Maybe they'll like it. You'll never know. I mean, listen, there is a math teacher that posted her work on LinkedIn and it didn't get the responses that she was looking for. You know where she posted her stuff? You know where she started posting her content? She was teaching Advanced calculus on LinkedIn. You know where else she placed it? She placed it on Pornhub. I kid you not. I swear I kid you not. I might need to look for that image, so yeah. So I'm not lying. Now if it can work for her in if you can put work on play, I should be able to put play on work. I should be allowed. I didn't do anything, wild or crazy or inappropriate. I mean, I'm slightly unprofessional, but not completely. Anyhow, this is the type of fun that you need to be having as a content creator. You know, compartmentalize your dissociative identity disorder. Do that. Yeah. It's okay. I need to get rich enough so that I can just put in my ceiling fan, sort out all the electrical problems so that my AC can start working again. Story for another day. Whatever. No, we're going to run this to the 9-minute mark. Because that 1 minute 30 is just not cutting it. I had a lot of problems with people in my life regarding voice notes. Now, if you love me, you listen to my long voice notes. If you don't, you can just go straight to hell. If you complain about my voice notes, don't speak to me. I'm so serious about that. Yeah. Because that's what I do. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know what I'm thinking up here. But yes, at the risk of me completely soaking underneath all of this, I'm doing my best not to have the shirt touch my actual skin so that you can, so I'm trying to not be completely unprofessional, you see the irony of all of it? There's an irony there. See, that's the problem with people be mistaking coincidence with irony. See that? You need to know your vocabulary words. Speaking of vocabulary, if I didn't tell anybody, no one would know that I have a background, a Master's of Science in Literacy Education, specifically dealing with reading deficiencies. Deficiencies in 5 categories, the 5 processes, vocabulary, phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency or reading fluency, and last but not least, and the most important, reading comprehension. Because you can always recognize the words, know how they sound, and you understand the pronunciation, but then, do you understand what's being said? Because you can see the words, but do you really understand? Do you? So, ladies and gentlemen, learn how to use your anger and your rage and turn it into content so that in the event that somebody sees this, they'll be entertained and hopefully they'll say, you know what, I can relate to you. I know what it feels like to be, interfered with. Yeah. We don't like that. We don't like being deviated. So now, time for a slightly unprofessional presentation with me. Yeah, this is what you need to do. You have your frustration. This is how you cope with your frustration. This is your coping mechanism. This is your coping strategy. This is your, I guess, your moment of catharsis, whatever they want to call it, Whatever. I am working through, the resistance of it all. What's funny? I thought that I'd recorded enough to make it to the 15-minute mark. Maybe I did. But you see, Mathematics, listen, it's so good. Watch this. Check this out. If I make it to the 12-minute mark, all I need to do is a 130, right? And then I just do another 130. So if after I'm done with this slightly unprofessional presentation, what I'll do is switch over to the completely unprofessional presentation at this point, and then switch over to a slightly unprofessional presentation again at this point. You see, so I'm calculating while I'm actually talking to you. You see that? Yeah. So therefore, oh, look at that. Cost price, selling price. This is a selling price, and then the other one will be the cost price. You see that? The mathematics kicks back in. Who knew? Right? Profit percentage or loss percentage, whichever one it is. Oh boy. It's like we can't get away from the mathematics. We can't get away from it. How's that for making abundant tangible habits? Yeah, shout out to Bossman teaching for that one. Yeah, there we go. But I will tell you, die when it's time to die. Discipline is everything when you do it every time. Discipline is everything when you do it every day. Discipline is everything when you do it eternally, not eventually. Do it now. Right now. So again, at the 12-minute mark, we're going to go back. Well, we're going to chase a crazy ball head back in town. We're going to chase a crazy ball head back in town. Yeah? You're pretty good. I feel like an invigilator, you know? I feel like an invigilator. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, I know. I tried to, you know, I tried, guys. I tried my best. Anyway, yeah. So, I have until 13:30. And then I switch over to that. Yeah, I apologize for my hand being in the way of the actual board and all of that. Yes! Have fun. Yeah, it's the journey, not the destination, right? You know, I look at the Alex Hormozes, the Layla Hormozes, the Sebastian Enges. He's one of my favorites. Because he'll talk about how relationships even tie into businesses, and he'll tell you, he's like, look, if you want to F your life up, you want to F up your life, yeah, get married to the wrong woman. And conversely, you know, get married to the wrong man. That will ruin your whole life. So you know what? Let me just do this in advance so that we know we're almost at that mark. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost out of time, right? So watch this. So now, you know, it would have been nicer if I just let it happen naturally. So you would have, you know, but I'm too lazy for that. Anyway, back to the slightly. We're almost done. Sigma flow, okay? Sigma flow. It doesn't matter what kind of professional you are, whether you're a teacher or otherwise. Sigma flow, these are the best markers in the world to use. Yeah, talk about shameless advertising. Yeah, so hopefully I get sponsorship from them one day, but it doesn't even matter. Are you even hearing me? Yeah, you probably are. Well, that's it, folks. That's the show. So I'm solving my problem while venting to you. See, I'm living up to the episode. Bossman rambling on. You see, so it wasn't a waste. Yeah, I don't like when I'm prevented from being creative. That's what we Jamaicans are. We Jamaicans are creative. We're storytellers. We're natural storytellers. We're natural comedians. We're natural entertainers. We're natural creatives. This is why we rebel against 9 to 5. This is why. So ladies and gentlemen, that was an episode of Sup with Bro and Cup with Bro. But you know, I did enough switching. So anyway, thanks for watching the episode. Hope you enjoyed that.